Alright, welcome back to SnowRunner, everybody. It's Hardman, Michigan. I think what we're gonna have to do is go get fuel. I'm just debating if I want to go to Black River or if I want to go... I think it's still best to just go up the mountain and go through Drummond Island. But I need fuel, so... and go get fuel. I think we can go straight across. We probably can. Although, I think it's honestly just faster to go up and down. Because this path... it's not that it's, like, impossible. It's just, it's slow moving. It's faster if I just go up. Yeah, we're just going to go up. Okay. Alright, so... I know the previous episode to this one was a little lackluster, but that's on me. I received some information during that episode that things were changing at work because one of my coworkers quit. And the one that quit was our, you know, A1, like our lead audio guy. So, really kind of sucks. I really enjoyed working with him. He's a good friend. He still is my friend. Not, you know, just because I don't work with him doesn't mean he's not my friend anymore. But I will admit I am a little disappointed and a little mad with how he handled everything and how everything went down. I'm not going to get into details into what happened, but it's kind of been... his frustrations have just been ongoing for the past couple months, and the thing that happened to him last Friday when he got hurt just kind of set him over the edge. And I don't know, it wasn't really anyone's fault but his and the 3 other guys that were pushing the cart, in my opinion. I saw it happen. I thought it was a bad idea, but they went ahead and did it anyway. I didn't really say anything because I wasn't the one doing it. If I was down there pushing the cart onto the lift, I would have absolutely been like, we're not doing it this way, someone's going to get hurt. And the weird thing is he's usually like that, but he went along with it. So I don't know, it was very odd. But I'm not going to get into that because I don't really want to point blame or, you know, anything like that. And even in the off chance, he knows I do this YouTube thing, even in the off chance he happens to watch one of my videos, I don't want him to like think I'm blaming him or, you know, make him think that it's his fault, because it's not. It was nobody's fault. It was an accident and shit happens, you know. Like I feel like it got blown out of proportion. But again, there was other things that were building up for him, and he had enough and he quit. So now a lot of stuff kind of falls on me because I'm the other audio guy. I'm kind of trying to just take over his job now, I guess, at this point. And hopefully one of our part-time guys gets promoted into my position, which is technically the event. Like the lead events technician. Because we have a lot of private events. So like we need someone to kind of be in charge of that mostly and run that. And it's a pretty basic thing. I mean, it's really easy for me to do that. Like I'm capable of running stuff like he did in the auditorium. He got hired for that job and I didn't. And at the time when this was all happening, when we were, you know, interviewing, well, I didn't even have an interview for this job because I already had worked there for a bunch of years previously, and then I had been working there for like a year and a half, almost 2 years, from like 2021 to 2023, and then I was hired full-time in 2024. But anyway, I've known the executive director for a long time. She's known me for 10 plus years, so I didn't even have an interview for it. She just hired me. But anyway, he just had more experience than I did in the actual live production industry. Like, he's gone on tour, he's gone around in New York, all that stuff. Like, he worked in New York for a long time, so he's got a lot of experience there. So I don't take that for granted. I love working with him. I learned a lot from him, and I am really upset that he's gone, and that's just kind of how I feel about it. But anyway, I'm hoping one of our part-time guys that we use most often than any others is, I think he's a pretty good fit to be able to take over the event side. He doesn't have the experience audio-wise that, like, I have, but he's not dumb, and he can learn, and I think he'd be a pretty good fit. And I just think it'd be a good opportunity for him to have a full-time job, because right now he works for us, he works for a couple other venues in the area, and he just kind of like hops around and takes work whenever he can get it. And I know, he's him and his girlfriend struggle sometimes with money and all that stuff, so I think it'd be a good thing for him to have that opportunity, and I hope that that's what happens. I've already talked to a couple people at work about it that are in a position to make that happen, so hopefully that is what happens. Like I said, it's not what I wanted. I didn't want him to leave. I didn't want his job even. But now that he's not there, I do want his job, because I don't want someone else to come in that I don't know, change everything up, change the way the board's set up, that I've known for the past, year and a half now, and I've grown really, really comfortable with that board. It's a Yamaha CL5, so it's an older board. They don't make them anymore, but it's still a really, really good board, and I like the way that it's set up. And if someone else comes in there and changes the way he did everything and makes a whole different, like, I'm gonna be miserable, and I want to have control over that. I want it to be my thing now, so that's what I'm really pushing for. And my production manager agrees with me. He wants that too. And I spoke with the lady who's in charge of all of our scheduling. She's really kind of in charge of all, like, the booking of shows. So her title is like production director, I think. But either way, I think that's probably going to be what happens, most likely. I don't see why it wouldn't, but it is what it is. It really sucks. It's not really, like, I really wasn't. It's funny too, because, like, I've kept my wife in the loop about a lot of the stuff that's been going on with him, and whenever this happened, when he got hurt, which he didn't even really get that hurt, to be honest here, but he got hurt. So either way, he got hurt at work. It's a workers' comp thing. He should absolutely be, he shouldn't have to pay for those medical bills. I totally agree with all of that. I'm not saying that he didn't get hurt, and I'm not saying that it wasn't serious, because it was. But he made it out to be a lot more than it really was, in my opinion. And, it is what it is. I'm sorry if you watch this and you're who I'm talking about. I love you, dude. I really do. But I just think it went a little further than it needed to. But they were planning to, like, have a whole bunch of stuff set up for him. We have, like, a local like, rehab. It's not really like I guess it kind of is physical therapy. I think someone there is a licensed physical therapist, but most of the people, they just have, like, yoga classes and other various things like that. But they do also have other stuff like rehab, like physical therapy and things. And our executive director was setting stuff up for him to be able to do that free to him. He wouldn't have to pay for it at all, and, like, all of this other things they were trying to set up for him. And he just, like, whenever he was having a conversation with her, which she's the one that he's been having problems with, she said something and he took it the wrong way and just instantly reacted and blew up and quit. So that's kind of how that happened, and that's what happened when I was recording that episode. And that was why I got all quiet then, because I was just like, my phone was blowing up. I was, you know, all in my head, because I was like, well, now what the hell's gonna happen? So, you know, it sucks, but I think life will go on, and I'll get by. I'll figure it out. I'm capable. I know I am. I'm way more confident than I was a year and a half ago. And then, like, the thing is, like, I have an education in this. I went to school for live productions and, like, mixing audio. Like, I know what I'm doing. I just have, like, whenever I'm in front of the board, at least it hasn't been this way lately. Lately, I've been much more confident. But back then, whenever I'd be in front of the board, I would be so, like, I would stress sweat. I would be so unbelievably stressed out. I would blank and, like, not know how to find things on the board. I wouldn't know how to get to certain areas of the board I needed to get to, and, like, I would just panic. But, like, he helped me with a lot of that, and, like, I'll forever be grateful for that. I wish he wasn't gone. I really do. But there's no way he's coming back. He pretty much burned that bridge, and that's it. So, sucks. We have a really big thing in June that we do every year, because we're like the home of this certain production. I'm not going to say what it is, because that would directly link you to where I work, and I don't really want that information to be public on the internet. A little bit of privacy. So, but yeah, it's a big production, and it's going to be my first time doing it. And I'm a little nervous about it, but the good thing is my production manager has done this for like the last 10 years of his life, so he can help me with anything. He's not really an audio guy, but he knows some basic audio stuff. He knows how to run the CL5 at least, so if I need any help with anything, he's there. I'll be fine. But yeah, I mean, I guess in a way, I should get a little bit of a raise at least. I mean, he didn't make that much more money than I do, but he definitely made more money than I do. So hopefully I get a little bit of a raise. That'd be sick. I don't know. Things should be interesting. It's still going to be a busy next couple of weeks for me either way. That doesn't really change. But you know, it's going to be tough. We'll talk again about this in the summer when we have a slow period and I've made it through all these big things that I have to do over the next couple weeks. But that's a little update. So like I said, I'm sorry about that episode being kind of lackluster. And then obviously I'm sorry about the episode 2 before that, where I forgot to turn on my microphone and recorded the entire episode with a muted microphone. So that was fun. And then the episode in between there, that was a good episode, I thought, but I actually forgot to schedule it and post it for the 7th, so it's actually going to be posted on the 8th, which is what today is, as I'm recording this video right now. So I work tonight at 3 o'clock. We have a little celebration kind of event for our venue. It's like an anniversary day for our venue, so we have like a big event happening. Like I said, I work in a venue that's pretty old, so like it's a pretty big milestone event, or pretty big anniversary year, I guess you could say. So we just have like a little, there's like some skits that happen on stage. There's like a video we had made that gets played. It's pretty cool, but I originally wasn't supposed to be on this either, even though this is technically an event, since he was our A1 and this is a really auditorium heavy thing. He was put on this, so I wasn't even actually supposed to be on this show, but I ended up having to be because of his injury, and then really ended up having to be because he quit. So anyway, that's that. Man, I really made it up this hill really quickly talking about that. Anyway, like I said, I don't really have any hard feelings towards him. I'm just disappointed and upset about it, because I really did enjoy working with him. I thought we had a really great team. The 4 of us worked really well together. We goofed off, we joked around. And I mean, I'm talking like vulgar joking around. Like we all like knew each other so well that like we couldn't offend each other. Like it was impossible for us to offend each other. And if everything works out the way I want it to, with this one part timer coming into full time, taking my old job and me taking his job, it'll still be the same because we can still joke around with him just as much. We worked with him just as much. Well, not just as much, but we worked with him enough that like he knows that we joke around a lot and he doesn't get offended either. But I mean, we can be really, really vulgar though, and it's funny. Like I say this to them, like if my wife heard me talk like this, like I do around you guys at work, I was like, she would like question who I was, because I don't. It's so funny to me, like, and it's not that I'm like a bad person or like anything, but when I'm around my friends like that, I can get really, really vulgar, and I'm sure a lot of people are like that, but it's just so funny. We just had a really good time, and I'm gonna miss that. And we're going on that trip in June, and now he's not going, so it's like, just sucks. I really wish things would have gone a different way, but it's just not. It's not how it happened. So I hope he finds something better and he's happy. I really do. But I don't know. It's kind of been a rough year for everyone. I feel like it was a rough year for him. He had a bunch of medical problems in January, just like I did. It was funny, like the whole time we were like, Team Audio's handicapped, like it was a big joke, and everyone laughed about it all the time. And like, you know, now I'm Team Audio and I'm the only audio guy. It's just like, it's rough, man. I don't know. He's been dealing with a lot of shit just in his life, medically, and all that. I do feel for him. I really do. I do hope we stay in touch. I hope we can, you know, hang out every now and then, go get some drinks at the bar or whatever. But as far as working with him, I think that ship sailed, because I don't really plan on leaving my job anytime soon. I mean, there's a chance I could come across him sometime in the industry if I ever, when my kids are older, and I like decide to try to do a tour or something, because I would love, it is still something I would always love to do, at least go on one tour. I mean, I went to school for that, so the fact that I never actually did the touring thing kind of sucks. Like, it's always something I've wanted to do, and then it just never really happened for me. I mean, that's partly my fault. I didn't really seek out that type of job. I just ended up moving back home. God damn it. I really didn't think I was going to get stuck. If I can reach that tree, it'll be good. So yeah, I mean, it's possible I could run into him again sometime, but I really doubt it, at least work-wise. So, you know, I hope he doesn't move away. I hope he stays here. He doesn't really have anything tying him here. He doesn't have family here or anything. At least not, like, in the immediate area. I mean, his family close by, but I don't know. It's just a shitty thing. That's all. People got to do what's best for them at the end of the day. So, you know, me being upset and whatever, that's my own selfish reasons, and I'm aware of that. So, I don't know. I wouldn't be where I'm at today in my career, I guess you could say, if it was not for him. So I have a lot of respect for him, a lot of love for him. I just wish things went a different way. I wish he was still there. So anyway, we're gonna hopefully try and get this super order done. I don't know if we'll get it done in this episode, but we're gonna at least work on it a good bit. We're getting stuck a lot, which I really wasn't expecting because I wasn't having any issues with this truck before. Just a lot of mud and rear-wheel drive. Oh, I forgot to get the concrete blocks. Son of a bitch. Well, I'm gonna make a cut here, and I will pick back up when I get back here. Because I'm an idiot, and I was talking, which that always happens, but, you know, we're gonna have to go back and get those concrete blocks now, so hopefully I don't run out of fuel either, because we're pretty low. So I'll see you in a second. Alright, so we got it, we're back. Can't believe I did that. Well, I can, but I'm sure you were yelling at me that I didn't pick them up. Wish I could have heard you. Alright, so we can also just refuel up right up here because there's a fuel station, so we'll be fine fuel-wise. I was thinking about that when I was driving back. I'm glad I realized it then, though, instead of, like, when I got to Island Lake, because that just would have sucked. I'm pretty sure you have to deliver stuff to each map, so we've already done Smithville. This is Island Lake. I don't know what the next one is. The next one might be Black River, I'm not sure. And then we'll have one for here, too. We're already... Oh my god, are you kidding me? Ugh. This game, dude. Son of a bitch. There's a service trailer here, but it's fucking far away. Alright, we're gonna do something real quick. I'm not driving with a broken truck. I'm gonna run back to that service trailer and repair this real quick. I may cut it out, I may not. I'm just gonna leave the recording run though. It's just, I'm gonna just waste fuel with this broken truck, so let's just go back to that service trailer and fix it. It's literally just like right over here across the bridge. Shouldn't really have any issues getting stuck because I don't have a load either. Although actually that may make it worse. Seems like the load was helping. But I didn't want to drag the load back, so I'll be able to make it, it's fine. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this done in this episode because we were already 20 minutes in when I had to cut and go back and get the concrete blocks. So I don't know that I'll be able to get this all done, but we're just going to keep working on the super order in these episodes and get it done. It's literally sitting right here. I'm pretty sure you have to use this service trailer for something too. It has to go somewhere on this map, I think. Cool. Alright, let's go back and pick up our trailer. We'll refuel, top off again, just cause why not? And then we'll make our way. I really like this truck though a lot. It isn't really having any problems. Whether when it doesn't have a load on it, it's tends to get stuck a little bit. But I don't have all-wheel drive, so I think this truck can have all-wheel drive. I just don't have the upgrade for it. That's another thing I need to do. I need to finish the watchtowers and upgrades, because I think Island Lake is the only one that I haven't done them all on, and there's an upgrade or two there as well. So I gotta get those. I don't know. I did this the opposite of the way I usually do. Like, I usually prioritize tasks before contracts, but it just felt like it made more sense to do contracts, because contracts pay out a lot more money. So I think that's the play in hard mode, is to work on contracts. If you can do the contract, to do the contract, because it... Why have I been doing that when there's this fuel trailer here? Oh god, I'm gonna get freaking blah 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 blah. This song is going to give me a copyright claim, and then I'll have to split money, and I don't want to do that. So please don't do that to me, game. I hate these songs at these gas stations. They're really, really dumb. I wish they weren't in the game, but I can't do anything about it because it's tied to the game music volume, and I kind of like the game music. So I have to just try and talk over them as much as I can. Okay. See if I made it. I don't know if I did. Probably still good. Claimed. It's not like it's a strike. It's just you get a copyright claim, and then I don't get all the revenue from that video. Which, granted, I haven't been paid from YouTube yet anyway. So I still haven't made $100, but... You know, it's just the semantics of it all. It's my video. Just because your stupid song is in the game doesn't mean you should make money for it. You're already making money from the money you made licensing your song in the game. Stupid as hell. Isn't there another border that's even bigger than this one? Maybe not. Maybe not on this map. I know there's a map. This is the Wisconsin map, I think. It has some crazy huge orders. This probably won't be as bad as it looks. Nope. It's always funny to me. I'm gonna cut through this over here. Instead of going that muddy way. Still, there's definitely some mud here, but I should be able to pull my way into the zone anyway, if I have to. Alright, we made it to Island Lake. Now I need to go to the log station, so this way. This is probably my least favorite map of the 4 on Michigan. I just hate how this map is like laid out, and it's just so muddy. Like, I really hope I don't get stuck. Seems like we're doing okay. We're not really slowing down a whole lot. We're not sinking. That's the good thing. And there's a lot of ways to winch myself along. So I'm actually not really having any trouble at all here. Surprised. Alright, I wonder what's next. doing good on time. We should at least be able to get another one of these sections done. Alright, so I need vehicle spare parts, fuel, metal beams, concrete slab. Can I get any of that here? And is this the last thing on this? Yes. Okay, so... I can get metal beams where I'm at right now. And a concrete slab. I can not get... Oh wait, there's my twin steer. Yeah, this is drop off. So I think it's probably best just to go to Black River. Because I think I can get everything at Black River. This has metal beams. This has... No. I have to go back to Drummond or to Smithville. Alright, well that just makes sense to just stay here then. Where can I get concrete slabs at Smithville? I can get them down there. Can I get vehicle spare parts there too? No. Where can I get vehicle spare parts? Over here? Yeah, okay. Nice. I mean, it sucks because I'm going to have to drive. The concrete slab and metal beams are here, so we'll do that. We'll go back through this gateway and we'll make our way over here to get the fuel and the vehicle spare parts, and we'll take them to Black River. And then we'll come back and we'll do that run. So I don't think we'll get this done this episode, but we'll get close enough. We'll at least be able to get the stuff for Black River, I think. I mean, it's going to take a while to drive over there. And I only have about 20 more minutes left of this recording, so it's probably going to take all that time. We may just get over to Black River, but I doubt we'll be able to drop it off the cargo. But that makes the most sense to me, because if I go up that way too, it'll put me out closest to the port, the easiest drive to the port, so it'll work. I can pick something up here. I think it might be vehicle spare parts. No, it's cargo containers. So what is that arrow for? Oh, I bet you there's actually a trailer somewhere. Which if there's a trailer that has metal beams and concrete slabs, I will just take that to Drummond Island right now. I know there is a sideboard semi up here, and it definitely has metal beams on it. I don't know if it has concrete slabs though. It might. I really could probably jump in a different truck too, because I don't need all this space either. There's metal beams on it, no concrete slabs. It's not really worth it then, in that sense. We're just gonna stick with what I was gonna do. But yeah, I mean, technically I don't really need... I need this truck for the metal beams and concrete slab. Well, actually, I still don't. I could use a truck and a trailer. I don't know, we're just gonna stick it. I'm liking this truck, so we're just gonna stick with it. It's gonna take a little longer because we're gonna have to do a lot of driving, but I don't really mind. Honestly, my trucks are so scattered about on these maps that, like, I don't even know. I don't know, we'll see. The Kodiak might be worth trying to use. How much is in this? I'm gonna leave that because there's not a whole lot left, and I'm fine on fuel at the moment. Coffee. Okay. I'm not really sure what the best route to take here is going to be either. I don't really want to go that way. I hate that way. But like this way sucks too. All the ways suck. I think I'm just gonna go this way though, because it's the most direct path. I don't want to go through this pit up here either. I'm going to go around it. Because it's honestly probably too deep for me. But I can go around it here. Pretty easily too. It's pretty wild how easily you can just take that path. It's like not muddy at all. It's wild. Like those are the kinds of things that like you just have to know in this game, because otherwise you would try to drive straight through that deep puddle and like you get yourself stuck, or you'll destroy your engine because you don't have a snorkel. But it's like just going around that path right there is so simple, and it's just like, it's not a path though. Like you just have to know that you can go around it. It's crazy. And those, like, I mean, you saw the truck just cruised right through it. It didn't even slow down. There's only really one other place I'm worried about getting stuck, and that's that one area where I have to turn and go across that island there. It's really muddy there. You know, one thing I do really wish this game had, which I understand why it doesn't, because it would kind of make it a little bit easier, kind of a way to cheese. But like, I wish you could control the save. Like, I wish I could just like hit a button. Like when I'm playing Oblivion, I have my quick save is left on the D-pad. Like I wish that could just be like a function where like you just tap like left on the D-pad and it just like quick saves. And then if you're like, all right, let's try this, and if you get stuck, you can just reload that save. But I mean, it takes away from the whole point of the game, so I get why that's not a thing, but sometimes I do wish it was a thing, because that would just make a lot of choices easier, because you could give it a shot, and if it doesn't work out, then, you know, you just reload and go a different way. But this is the only spot I'm really kind of worried about, because if we get stuck, I don't have anything to winch to, and we're getting stuck. Maybe. Come on. Oh man, this truck is nice. Okay, I was like, got a text message, look at my watch, see the number in my little text message thing, and I'm like, oh god, what's this? But it's nothing important. Just one of those like text messages you get from, like, you know, signing up for like a newsletter or whatever. That's all it is. Okay, I wasn't really expecting to get stuck here. I've never really gotten stuck here. There's plenty of these though, and these things are like fucking ship anchors. It's crazy. It's crazy to me that a dead tree laying on the ground works so well, but like you could winch to a pine tree that's like in the fucking forest and it'll just fall over. It's hilarious to me. But all these dead trees laying in the water are like the most secure anchor point ever. How's our time looking? We have about 10-ish minutes, roughly. I really would like to get a crane on this truck. I may honestly see what other trucks I have around. Like wherever my Kodiak is, or what's the other truck I have? The Fleet Star. Because I could just use just a truck for that. I don't need anything. I mean, both those cargos are one slot cargos, so I could just use a truck with a bed instead of using this. So I could just leave this here. Yeah, once I get this back, I'm gonna get it to like the fuel station, and then I will jump in another truck, find out where my other trucks are, jump in it, and come on. I need something that's gonna make me move forward. What? Why am I not moving? I swear, this game sometimes just drives me literally up the wall. It's these little ruts that get you. Because it's like sometimes they're so short and narrow that like your truck spans the gap and then your wheels aren't touching the ground. Makes it very frustrating. I don't know where my Fleet Star is, to be honest with you. I think the Kodiak is on this map. And we're stuck again. Here's this horrible spot, which shouldn't be a problem because I don't have a log trailer. It's usually only an issue with a log trailer through there, because the freaking prongs of the trailer get stuck on the trees and then you're just like pinned in there. Alright, we're almost out. It's a little bit further and then we'll be at the fuel station. Pull me up out of this, please. Oh, I forgot. We have to lay Marley after the freaking thing tonight. Damn it. It's that time of year where we have a shit ton of dance recitals. Marley May. If you don't know what Marley is, it's like a vinyl flooring that we cover the wood stage with for dancers. There's like 5 pieces of it. It's like 4 feet wide and then like, 30 feet long. So you have to like roll it out on the stage and tape it down with gaff, and it's a pain in the ass. I mean, it only really takes about an hour to put it down, but it's still just annoying. And we'll have to put it down. It'll stay down for like 2 weeks. Then we have to pull it back up for a freaking concert we have. And then it has to get laid right back down again. So annoying. It gets pulled up for like 12 hours and then it gets put back down. Alright. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Where is... Kodiak is here. It's over there. It's not necessarily ideal. Fleet Star is... Who knows? Fleet Star is on Island Lake. Well, I'm not against using the Kodiak for it. It's just kind of far away. Hopefully I can make it with the amount of fuel that's in it too. Can I steal any from this truck? Not really. I believe there is some fuel in that service trailer. I don't know. I don't know that we're even going to be able to do this because I got to end this episode because we're going to run out of time. I'll probably get this truck over to wherever closer to the farm, to the asphalt road, and then we'll pick up the episode from there. But for now, I got to end this episode because we're out of time. So I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll catch you in the next episode.